Hey everybody, welcome to the Monday night team training. My name's Colin Brown. I'm a diamond coach on the Epic Dream Team, and I'm in a hotel room right now. I travel a lot, and one of the things I love about this business is that I'm able to travel a lot, and I can work from my hotel room, or I can work while I'm in the car, or I can do all these kinds of things. I can work while I'm on the beach in the Caribbean. It's wonderful. Okay. So tonight I wanted to talk to you guys about some of the things over the last 2 years. I've been a coach for 2 years now. I'm a diamond coach. Some of the things that I've struggled with and some of the things that I've recognized that you need to do, or that the mindset that you need to have to be where you want to be, or to get where you want to go in this business. And there's not going to be a lot of specifics, which is funny because when I was first a coach, I would watch a lot of a lot of videos from other top coaches. And I wanted to know, I always wanted to know, just tell me exactly what you're doing. Tell me the specifics, the specific tasks that you're doing that's making you be like a 10-star diamond coach. Just tell me exactly what you're doing. And I've come to realize over the years, and you probably heard it, that there is no secret sauce. And the reality is that those coaches are probably not doing anything too much differently than you are or than I am. They're just doing a better job of it. They're doing more of it. They're more efficient at it. They've been doing it longer than you or I, so they're better at it, right? That's how things work. So here I am in the training. I'm not going to give you any real specifics, which is funny because I always was frustrated when I would watch videos and coaches would do that. So here I am doing the same thing. But if you want specifics on exactly what I've been doing, there's a couple other videos that I made on how I target people through Facebook and create videos for challenge groups and things like that have been working for me. So if you don't know what videos I'm talking about, you can always message me or email me, and I can point you towards those videos. So I've got about 6 topics really quick. I don't want this video to be very long because I probably, like you, don't like very long videos. I like watching videos that are like 10 minutes or less usually. Otherwise, I tend not to watch them or get bored. So I've got 6 topics, and then I've got 3 tips at the end, sort of, that I've learned. So let's get right into it. So number 1, you need to believe in yourself, and you have to truly believe that this business will work for you. So you can't come into this business and say, yeah, I'm going to try it out and see if it works. If it doesn't, I'll just quit, kind of thing. You need to be 100% confident in the products, in yourself. You need to know that this business will work. Like for me, I've seen this business. You've probably seen this business work for hundreds or thousands of other coaches. They're helping lots of people. They're making lots of money. So for me, I absolutely know that this business will work. I know that this business can be my career. It already kind of is. I know that this business will work, and if I just keep working at it, it'll work for me, and I'll get to where I want to be in this business. So you need to absolutely, without a single doubt, believe in yourself that you can do this, and you need to believe that this business will work, that this business structure will work, that these products are awesome. You can't have any doubt. So that's number 1. The second one is sort of an extension of that, but it's basically never give up. And sometimes we say be here in a year, and you need to have that mindset. This is sort of a marathon and not a sprint, right? This isn't a get rich quick scheme. So you can't come into this saying, I'm going to try this out again for 6 months, and if it's not working, then I'll just quit. quitting should never even enter your mind, really. It's all right if it has, but for me, I mean, quitting has never ever, since day one. I've been a coach for 2 years. I've never ever thought about quitting. I've definitely had ups and downs and frustrations and all that kind of stuff, but I have never thought about quitting, and I never will think about quitting, because I'm in this 100%, and I'm going to go for it, and I don't care what it takes. I don't care how long it takes. I'm going to do this. Right? So you need to have that mindset, that this is going to work. You need to have that mindset that I will never give up, because it's hard to beat. It's impossible to beat a person that never gives up, right? So, yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about that. I mean, I could talk about lots of other things. I mean, for me, right, I don't care if this takes 10 years, if this takes 20 years. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna reach my goals. I want to be an elite coach. I want to be a 15-star diamond. And like I said, that was my goal, to be that after 2 years. And here I am 2 years later, and I'm still a diamond coach. But I'm gonna keep going. I don't care if this takes me 10 years, right? Some coaches do it in 2 years. But I don't care if it takes me 20 years. I'm going to still do it, right? You need to have that mindset that you're going to do it no matter what. So enough of that. But okay, the third one is you need to recognize, and I sort of talked about this, but you need to recognize that there are going to be ups and downs. You're going to get frustrated. Coaches are going to quit on you. Customers are going to quit on you. Customers are going to return things. You're going to have some people angry with you. You're going to Christmas time, stuff's not going to get delivered to people, and they're going to be angry at you. Lots of stuff, right? There's going to be ups and downs, and you need to be prepared for that. And if you just know that that's going to happen and you're prepared for it, then you'll be a better person for it, because it's going to happen. There's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. You're not going to hit your goals. You're not going to hit Success Club. You're not going to do this. You're not going to, it's going to happen. It happens to all of us. We all fail. Just if you know it's going to happen, if you're prepared for it, then you'll be a better person for it, and it won't hit you so hard when it happens. So the next thing, number 4, is that you probably heard this before in different ways, and people say it different ways, but you need to focus on those activities that will grow your business. So if you took all of your activities right now that you do in a day and you wrote them all down, and say there was 15 of them or something, you could everything that you do, you could break down into 15 different things that you do in a day. Probably 3 of those, and some people say it's the top 20%, it's the 80-20 rule, but probably about 3 of those tasks, those are the tasks that are going to grow your business the most, and those are the most important things you need to do. And so you need to focus all of your time on those tasks. And so I'm reading a book right now called Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. If you haven't read it, it's an awesome book. And he says that you need to purposely procrastinate on those activities of little value. So we all procrastinate, but he said, you're such a good point. It kind of lit a light bulb in my head. Like we all procrastinate. We're all procrastinators, but your job is to purposely procrastinate on those tiny little things that aren't producing lots of value in your business. And for me, I can tell you, for 6 months, probably more than 6 months, I've been meaning and wanting to make an opportunity webinar. And it still hasn't happened. And I'll tell you, when I make that opportunity webinar and I start presenting it to people, I think that's going to produce a lot of growth, because I'll be telling people, what is Beachbody? I've recognized a lot of people don't realize what I do as a coach. So I need to make that video. I need to let people know what I'm doing. I need to present it to them, and that's going to produce a lot of growth in my business. Well, why haven't I made the video yet? Because I keep doing all those little tasks first, and I've got this list of things, and so I do it too. Everybody does it, but you need to just eat that frog. You need to put everything else aside and do that one task, or those 3 tasks that are going to produce the most growth and the most value in your business. So So the last tip that I have is sort of self-explanatory. It's not going to sound that exciting, but it's easy to forget about. So you need to continuously be learning to become a better coach, right? To become a better person. Uh, and you do this by reading personal development. So reading books, listening to audio, listening to podcasts. And it's easy to just put that aside and say, I'm going to focus all my time and effort into inviting or whatever. But it really does make a huge difference, because I took a couple of months off, and that's exactly what I did. I said, I don't need personal development. I'm just going to do all these tasks that are going to produce value in my business. And I missed out, right? Once I started reading personal development again, it gives you that inspiration, it gives you that motivation that you need, and it gives you all kinds of new ideas that you need for your business. And you need to continuously be learning. It's like we're never out of school, right? You're continuously in school. You're learning to become a better person, to do this better, to do that better, to be more efficient at that kind of thing. So that's the last sort of thing that I've learned over the last 2 years as a coach, is never stop learning. Okay, so I have 3 tips, I'll call them, that I think are the biggest sort of tips. If I can break down, something to tell new coaches or to tell people that I've learned over the past 2 years and that's helped my business, I've sort of broken it down into 3 tips, and here they are. The first one is, again, very simple, but if it's not working, then change it, right? Another way to say that you've probably heard is, nothing changes if nothing changes, right? So don't be afraid of change. If you've been doing the same thing for 4 months and you're struggling to hit Success Club, or you're struggling to hit your goals, or whatever it is, change something, try something different, do something different, right? Like, it's never gonna improve, it's never gonna change if you don't change something, right? And so this sort of goes into my next tip, which is kind of what I did. I wasn't hitting Success Club. I wasn't hitting my goals. I was really struggling. And so I did a course online about social media, and I learned sort of the next tip that I have, which has kind of been the big game changer in my business. And that tip is, pick a target market, or pick a niche. Some people say niche, whatever you want to call it, target market. It's basically, you need to stop being everything to everyone out there, because a lot of people just think that we can just be. Sorry, sounded like someone was knocking at the door. Just lost all my momentum there. Okay, so yeah, a lot of people think that we can be everything to everyone, right? Like, I'm just going to reach out to everybody that wants to lose weight, or that's interested in fitness or whatever. But you will have much better success, much better conversations if you reach out to people that you already have something in common with. So that's called your target market, or your niche. For me, I'm a veterinarian, so I started reaching out to veterinarians, veterinary technicians, animal care workers. If you're a stay-at-home mom, you could reach out to stay-at-home moms. If you're a police officer, you could reach out to first responders or other police officers. Just find that hobby that you like to do, or that sort of job that you like to do, or that you do, or whatever you are, whatever you like to do, or whatever you're good at. Find that and reach out to those people, because you'll already have something to talk about. You'll already have something in common to start talking about. They'll trust you more because you're they're a stay-at-home mom, you're a stay-at-home mom, right? They're a police officer, you're a police officer, so they'll have a much better rapport with you right off the bat, and that has made a huge difference for me. So again, I have some videos on that. There's lots of videos that you can watch on that. But if you're not already doing that, if you're still reaching out to everybody, pick a target market. It'll make a big difference. It did for me. So that's tip number 2. Okay, and the last tip that I have for you guys is that you need to recognize that this is a numbers game. Network marketing is a numbers game, right? If you're not hitting your goals, if you're not growing as fast as you want, you're not talking to enough people. That's as simple as it is, right? Like when we're new coaches, sometimes we're told, reach out to 2 to 3 people a day. And that's fine. But when I started watching videos of top coaches and how many people they were actually talking to every day, and how many people they were talking to get them, to top 10 coach or to 15-star diamond. I mean, they're talking to 20, 30, 40 people every day having these active conversations, right? They're talking to a ton of people. So it's a numbers game. If you're not reaching your goals, if you're not where you want to be, you need to talk to more people. You just need to reach more people. You need to start conversations with more people. It's a numbers game, all right? It always will be, because everybody knows that the majority of people say no, but you need to plant those seeds, and you need to take those no, and you need to know that a very small percentage of those people are going to say yes. And the more people you talk to, the more people are going to say no, but the more people that are also going to say yes, and that's what you want, right? So it's a numbers game. Don't forget that. Okay, that's it. I hope that this information was valuable to you. If you have any questions, please email me or message me, and have a wonderful night and good luck. Thanks. Bye-bye.